Hello, how you guys doing? That's a run an ad here in half a second, but while we do, chill, get yourself some coffee or whatever you need. Gonna wait for it to tell me that I can run an ad. Then I'll run an ad. This is exactly what I want to do. Well, not so much the ads, but making the money is nice. Making the money is that way I can afford to do the things that I want to do in life is cool. We got two kitties running around the apartment like crazy nuts. Where did I put my ring? That's kind of an important thing to find. Oh, there it is. Oh, that makes sense. I feel naked without my ring now. It's a good feel. It took me like a year to do it. We just got started in the ad. I don't know why I switched over where you guys can see. I'm just like excited to hang out. Because that's what we're gonna do today. What's up, boy? How you doing? Wah. Boy. He's got a bandage on right now. I know some people are getting ads and other people aren't. He's got a bandage around his neck right now because he's got a real nasty cut on one side of his neck. We can't put a cone on him until it heals because it would rub right up against that spot. He's a good boy. I don't know why you've been so foof. Not hanging out with your dad. Cat. I like that, man. Yeah. It's like right there, too. Okay, we're done? Cool. Looks like the ad still has like a minute to go. Apologies for that. Yeah, well, I don't really want to start talking. Oh, I should probably make sure that YouTube chat is up. Hey, YouTube chat. Okay, no one in YouTube chat yet. That's all good. I actually Z'd. I was able to get my password all set up on Blue Sky. Just hadn't had time to do that. Why do I keep getting ads when I just watch two? I don't want to actually start because people are still getting ads. But ads are almost over. I can have a sip of coffee. I haven't actually had any this morning. There we go. So anyway, I had a good night. Well, no, I slept horribly. That's what I meant to say. I couldn't get to sleep. It was like 2:30, I think, when I ended up going to bed. I don't know, man. Yeah, no, late night knife party. No, I just couldn't get to sleep no matter what I did. So I just ended up staying up. Someone had messaged me a 4chan thread. Which, like, I want to say like 5-6 years ago, I stopped reading 4chan threads about myself because this is really not good for you, man. But, oh, my sleep's fucked up because I think I don't work out enough. I need to start doing that. But anyway, I read over the stuff that they were saying because sometimes I feel like that there is a situation where people can't be honest with me because they're afraid of offending me. And it's just like, also like, I don't know. I don't work out and I sleep good. How's it? How? Anyway, of course they're saying nasty shit about me, but one thing that I was in a good mindset, and I was like, okay, let's look at this and actually read over what they said, because like, you know, I haven't been on my daily wife walks recently. Like this morning I woke up at like almost 11. So I read over the thread, and like, it's good because asking you why people leave is not helpful information, right? Because like, y'all haven't left, so you're just like, I don't know. And some of it is like opinion, right? There was one guy who was like, I don't think it's the politics. And then it was like 5 or 6 other people who said it was politics. So it's probably partially the politics, and partially because they disagree with me, partially because they think I'm an idiot with my politics, and that's fine. The other thing that they were saying was boring. And I think that politics and boring are kind of more or less related, in that they're not interesting to talk about. And I would rather talk about or think about anything else. What's the convo today? I read a 4chan thread. I'm thinking about it. People believe because, yeah, oh, that, and like, I'm a massive hater. So, also your dog shit, New Vegas opinion. Yeah. No, like, I think it's the combination of being a boring, a hater, and into politics too much. You sound different today? No, I just woke up. So, like, I've got that thing where my throat hasn't woken up yet, and so it's still like, your throat is, it gets dry and crusty in the morning. Yeah. Morning voice. Also, the kitties are playing, so they're running around screaming at each other. You'll hear them like run around and then, oh wow. So, I mean, I didn't read what they were saying about my friends because that's not helpful information. You know, it's like, oh well, so and so sucks. You know, washed up, not actually good at music. Blah blah blah. Chad, is there a way to make Python tell you what it's doing step by step? Mostly you just do print F something. Or print, and you tell it, like, cock. And if it gets cocked, then you know that it goes to cock. So, like, most of it was, like, useless information, but I think there was actually some useful information in there. So, I think, generally speaking, I do things that make me unhappy sometimes. So what I think I'm going to do, we're going to try to do today, is I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I feel like doing. That'll make me happy. And if I'm happy, I'm not boring. And if I'm happy, I'm not talking about politics. Because I don't think I can be like, yeah, politics, that's a fun time. Because they're not. I agree. I'm just like, oh God. So yeah. Let's make crack today. You're right. So anyway, guess what I also did last night when I couldn't sleep? This. Check it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if no politics is gonna be a thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, I didn't read what they said about other people because it's useless. Like, 9 times out of 10, 4chan threads are useless. But I was, like, legitimately curious. Like, why have people left my streams? How do I, you know, because someone was straight up asked, like, why didn't Rev blow up like everybody else? And it's like, great question. Been asking the same thing. Check out what I did while you guys were asleep. Works now. That's progress. You don't know how I got it to work? It's stupid as shit. So I was messing around with it last night because I was having problems. I just couldn't get it to work, right? And I was looking at the code, and we had the code in here in card UI script. And so I was mousing through all this, and I was just like, I don't know. I checked out this, and I was mousing over the cards, and I noticed they didn't animate anymore. Oh yeah, I need to get better at collaborating. Yeah, no, I mean, like, nothing I'm saying about that thread is actually bad. I realize, like, it sounds bad. Like, I read a thread of 4chan people dunking on me. Like, that sounds like I should be depressed now, but, like, I think we might have overtuned my medication just a bit. Might need to bring it back a little bit into line, because I'm just like, that was useful. I don't know why. But anyway, so what was happening with the card UI is I noticed it stopped doing the animation as well when you'd mouse over them. And it used to be doing the animation. And I was like, what the fuck is with that? Well, it used to be that all the script that was like animation and shit, I check in here. I just put all that shit back in here. Because this, like the play the animation deselect and stuff like that, that was in here and that was working, right? Well, I mean, this was a, like, what's wrong with Vinesauce? Those have been being made since, like, the beginning of Vinesauce. Like, I don't generally pay attention to them. But out of some morbid curiosity, I decided to read one this time. Because I was like, okay, this actually might be, like, harsh, uncalled for criticism. But maybe it's useful. So, I found the problem. Oh yeah, so anyway, there's a new problem though. There's two new problems actually. I don't know if I can get it to do one of the problems. It's gonna take a little bit of finicky clicky. There we go. I don't know what why this happens, but sometimes this will happen where you can just pick up random extra cards. It's like it forgets that, like, I just click and dragged over here. Which is weird. The other thing that's weird is that I'm noticing that it doesn't really Oh yeah. No, I think streaming with friends would be good, and it would just be good for me in general. I think those streams were fun. I had a good time, you know. So I did message some people. Fred is obviously doing stuff. I should stream with Chai some. I feel like we're really close to finishing off this bit of code. And once we finish off this bit of code, then we can just do whatever. So I'm not entirely sure what's causing this sticky card thing to happen, but like, let's just ignore that shit. For now, like, I don't know why that's happening. I need to annoy people more. Yeah, I know. I just need to have more people to annoy, I think, as well. I look like hell. Holy hell. Like, I look like shit today. Let me tell you two things. It's because I've had literally no coffee. Like, I need to drink some of this because this is my first coffee of the day and I have nothing. And I'm hungover as fuck. Because I was like, I can't sleep. Maybe. Maybe if I get higher, I'll fall asleep. That did not work at all. But I honestly don't feel bad today. I just don't feel much of anything. So I'll sober up and wake up here in a minute, and then I'll be more alive. Do you have NSO? No, I don't know what that is. So I would need. I don't think I have a problem sleeping because of stuff like that. It's like I have a problem sleeping because I get, like, last couple of times that, oh, I don't have a switch. I thought that was some neurological condition or some shit. Do you have NSO? I mean, it is if you have NSO. No, I don't think we have a Switch subscription anymore. No. See, what was that dig? Yeah, I was like, oh, I can't be, I can't sleep, and then I end up like, doing all this stuff to, try and sleep, and then, yes, oh, is it an SO? And I'm like, I don't know what condition that is. One of the other things that they recommended is set the camera so that way it's above eye line. That's very hard when you're tall. I need to find a thing that's taller. You need to be more insistent, and yeah, I need to be more annoying. Well, I think that I need to probably just message Fred and Limes more often to hang out. Have you tried screaming comedically more? I haven't. Maybe that's the trick. I think that we're all the ones, oh, always wonder why the streams with Mike stopped. We just ended up like losing, like I ended up doing some stuff, and then he ended up doing stuff, and it just like the timing stopped working out for us. Loud is funny. Ask him to bring a friend. I will just like, I need to just message people. Don't worry about that shit right now. Also, they said coding is boring as shit, which is true. I agree. Apologies. That's why I only do it for like 2 hours in the morning, because that's like about the time for chat to like fill in and like actually get going. So I'm like, we vibe for 2 hours. We make some progress on a thing that I think will be good for me, and go from there. It's 11:30 for me right now. Yeah, coding is boring. Like, I agree. I just want to solve problems. I don't want to have to deal with this shit. But it happens, and it's part of how coding works. So, so this is where I think the problem is this bit right here. Like I said, I was really high when I was looking at this, so I didn't really actually touch it. Similar to like up here, this one is like very low priority weird thing that's happening, but check this out. All right, so I pick up the P card, right? And then when I let it go, it's going to fly back to where it's supposed to be, and then it's going to play the deselect animation where it goes, but do... Watch. You see that little, like, boop, boop, boop. It's a very subtle little, like, boop, that it does. It's... I know what the problem is, I just couldn't figure out how to solve it. Was the issue is in here. So does the background flash too when you do it? No. Drag and drop works now. Yeah, I was able to figure out how or why it wasn't working. It was connected to the wrong thing. It was connected to the root node rather than the container, which to me seems super fucking backwards. I don't know why this is the answer. I just know that it's the answer. And I would just hope that no one asks too many questions on why it works now, because I wouldn't be able to answer them. This bit right here, what I think is happening is that when the mouse exits a card, it plays the deselect animation. So once you let go, it flies off, and then it remembers that it's like it lands somewhere, and then it goes, okay, now that I've landed somewhere, I can now successfully play the deselect thing because I'm no longer being held. Like, so it waits to play the deselect until it's not being touched anymore. So to fix that, we just need to make it so that way there's an exception for if it was clicked. This is interesting because I added a printf. So this is for like the drop zones. Essentially what this makes this game a playable game is these drop zones where it says, like, you know, a value or ability or whatever. Also, I think I should maybe change these ever so slightly. Can I change the color? I think I do need it to be like basically invisible. All right, well, I'm just gonna Control Z a bunch. There we are. So I think it might have something to do with the group thing, but I don't really know how the group thing works. So I'm going to add droppable to the area 2D as well, because that actually has a collision node. And maybe that's what the issue is that it doesn't have like an... Okay, so which one did I just fuck with? I was fucking with ability. All right, so I need to put the card in the ability slot. Let's see if this works. No. Also, something else I'd like to fix. They stay tilted at whatever tilt they were. This has something to do with like the global position that it happened with when it first got here. I don't know what it is. You know, it's funny, even though you're making this game, because of chat, you can use this game was run by a panel of many people of races and cultures and lived experiences. I loved lived experiences as a like corporate buzzword, because then you don't have to talk about gay people. You don't have to talk about like specifics, which is useful actually to not go on and on and on forever, but you know. Anyway. So, look over this function here with me, because these two functions are broken for the same reason, is my suspicion. Because it doesn't know when things have entered and it doesn't know when things have exited them. So if body, that is, I believe that body here is referencing itself, but I actually don't know. So here's what's weird is I don't actually know when it defines body here. Well, body ref equals body, but like body is in group droppable. Is inside droppable is true. And your body ref equals body. No, your body ref equals body. Body modulate the color to gray. Is the body defined somewhere else? Well, okay, so here's the deal is like body does seem to be doing, in the very least, we can change like slate gray to like, I don't know, purple. Pale violet red. We're gonna just do pale violet red for a second. We're gonna look at this. So, if I pick this up, neither of them is red. What? Okay, that was actually helpful. I just figured something out. I don't know what. So I thought that this was the code that was responsible for them changing colors. British people. With their Godot's, where you don't pronounce the T. Godot. Okay. If I lived in Washington, that would be a thing worth telling me. Thanks, though. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as well. This is the body. Like, or is it saying the body is in What does the word body mean here? Like, it's like when someone goes, "You're such a problem," and it's like, who are you referring to? And they're like, "Oh, it's on the phone." Like, who are you talking to, me or the other guy? Body is an argument being passed to these functions, an item of item. Yeah. Body is any object that can trigger a signal. Okay. So if area 2D body enters, so if the body, but okay, so the body is an object that, okay, so it's a known keyword. It's not like just like a random fucking thing, right? Or no? No, it is. I don't think this is a specific signal. It's not showing up. Normally they turn funny colors, right? Also, I need to turn on the music again. Sorry. And I need to finish eating my bread. Oh. Play this. There we go. Maybe I heard this one on a porno once or something. You can give the function literally any node 2D with a body. So that's the problem. This isn't a node 2D. This is a control. Let's try changing this. This is on value. This might break other shit. You read your message wrong. Script inherits the native type, so it can't be assigned the control. Oh. I forgot these two use the same. Also, I think I'm cooking right now. I know that I read what you said, Raylor, wrong, but maybe I'm right. I'm not, but what if I am? Okay. So first off, that doesn't work. Second off, now they're there. Don't know why that is. I mean, I was explaining what body is in this context, yeah. What if I'm not wrong, but I'm right in a new way? I literally just did that, and the answer was I'm not. All right, so anyway, what were you saying? Body in this context is node 2D, which is any node 2D, right? So if the new node 2D is in a group droppable, then we do the thing. Okay, I can delete that. It's not a load-bearing coconut. Cool. Isn't that a line in a Leonard Cohen song? I have no idea who that is. So I think the problem is that this is not a node 2D. If what you're saying is right. Right? Because the way that this works then, if I'm understanding what you're saying, is that if something... Yeah, no, you're good, you're good. The body is any random node 2D that is interacted with this function. And if that node 2D happens to be in the group droppable, you can say it's inside droppable. And you can say that the reference for the body is body. And then you can modulate that body by an amount to make it a different color. Rev as a Steam comment would be rep. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a good thing, so thank you. Wait, is this supposed to be a signal? Because I don't imagine that this is hooked up then. Yes, that would be the issue. This is a signal. I'm like, how is this interacting with anything? I'm not entirely sure how the... Okay, can I ask you guys a question? Okay, this is like fucking weirding me out. All right, so like the thing that modulates the color of the drop zones is this part of the script. So it's like... What? It's not currently no, it kind of does, is the thing. Like, it's weird. Let me make sure I don't have, like, some script in here that does that for some reason. Is this where I need to have the area? Maybe this is where I need to have that script. Didn't we change it to like bright purple and it didn't do anything? Oh. If game is dragging, make it visible. If it's not, then don't. Right. Capless, thank you for the 14 months of support. Oh, Unity's hard. Okay. I think that body thing needs to be in here. Like, that... Those aren't hooked up to do anything. Okay. No, child entering tree... Mouse entered, mouse exited, body shape entered, body. It's one of these. Unity's a fine program, except for the people who make it. I like having full rights to my shit. That's all. top category is body entered. Body. Yeah, body shape entered. Bod ready. Okay, not this one. It'd be this one, I think. Because this one is signal body entered. Emitted when a body enters this body. A body can be a physics thing or whatever. Requires monitoring to be set to true. Yeah, I feel like this is... I need to move this into the droppable stuff. Anything else aside from this? A process, click. No, I think this should be it. This is what I need to move. Okay. And these both have the same thing going, so it doesn't matter which one I fuck with. I have a feeling that it's gonna need some like functions and stuff. All right, is inside droppable needs to be referenced. I believe we just need to give it these bits of code. Is inside droppable and body ref. I don't know if we need them in this script or not. I'm not gonna fuck with that just yet, because part of me feels like I did this yesterday, like when I was high, but I don't remember. And maybe I fucked it up, so I don't know. Okay, so first off, it's not droppable. Second off, it's not making any sort of print Fs go on, which means that something has gone wrong. Why are there two card placements? Oh, right, there would be. Is inside, so we should still have this here. You think? Let's make sure it's in the right one. It wasn't gonna be. Maybe if both are aware of it, that'll be where it needs to be. We still need the signal to be connected. Yes, that's probably it. Okay, so anyway, down to area 2D. On area entered, area 2D. I want area entered body, right? On area 2D. Body entered. Yeah, there it is. Target method not found. Specify a valid... Okay. Oh. I think it wants the script on the area 2D instead. I'm gonna try that real quick. How do we get to signals again? If I can... here it is. Okay, good. All right, so now we do area entered, and then we go area entered, that pick. Okay, connect. Really? Wait, does the script have to be on that? That might be the trick here. Is it might be that I need to do child entering tree object. I mean, I don't see the body thing. Body area entered. You can only connect nodes that have script on them. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and then area exited, which needs to be this. You had the wrong selected when you press connect. Yeah, but it needs to have those specific fancy words to them. I don't know why. Something about the way that this script is written. But we're gonna just cut this. Actively, we move it here. And then I think we cut this. And we put it in here. It's weird to put it in here because I feel like that it should just know that it has a collision area detached to it, but okay. Sorry, having trouble with Control X and Control V. As they can named anything as long as the arguments match. Well, I needed it to be on area 2D area entered. Like it needed the signal to be from this specific node being tickled. Which I'm noticing it's not when I click around. No, here it is. No, it is here. Okay. Oh, right. It needs the droppable and shit script. Where did I put that? The ability one's the only one that's connected correctly right now. Uh-oh. Okay, I accidentally deleted the variables. Variable body ref. Is that what it's called? Body underscore ref. We chill now? Body is inside droppable? How do you know what inside droppable is? Wait. Body is not declared in scope. I thought body was a... Alright, I only did this on the ability one, so only the ability one will work if this is what's supposed to be happening. Okay, something went wrong. Script inherits a native area 2D. Right, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that was, I don't really understand what that portion of the code does, but if you fuck it up, it just does not work, so. I'm not getting any prints either. Okay, I think that the signal isn't doing anything yet. So how, okay. All right, so that's gonna be setting off a signal to the card, I guess, to let it know that it's droppable. Well, this didn't solve anything. Node. Child entering. Any plans to play Slay the Princess Pristine Cut? I don't know what that is. Maybe you need to switch it to Body Is. Body is in group droppable. Did you actually put the nodes we're trying to use in the group? I don't know how this is supposed to be working. Like, I'll be real. Like, I thought I understood this when I started this stream, and then, like, as soon as I did the thing where it did not modulate the color, I'm like, I have absolutely no idea what this code does. It appears to do nothing right now. I would like to try and give it, God damn, we're gonna have to do the signal thing. Yeah, I assigned them 2 groups. Let me try assigning the collision shape group droppable as well. Just make everything droppable over here. Maybe one of these will be the right thing. All right, area is, or ability is the one that we actually have working to some degree. Ask ChatGPT. Can you at least tell me to not leave you? Can you at least say that it would be bad for me to go? Dude, that's some fire indie pop shit. Where the fuck? I don't think, okay, so this is not connected to anything. This is not a signal. This has no signal attached to it, right? Because this is an on area 2D thing, and this is a container. It can't do that. And it doesn't look like that collection of words can even be brought over as a signal. Like, this is weird because it's just like nothing is entering or exiting the tree in a way. Like, it needs to be an area 2D collision thing that it's trying to come up with. But if I go here, we do have a collision shape for the area 2D. Whoa, hey. But I wanted to, okay, so connect the script to this one. Connect. Like, maybe that wasn't... Yeah, I don't think that this area 2D is actually monitoring if it's getting caught in anything. Normally it spawns a thing here. I'm a little like, where'd it go? Is it putting it in this one? No. Normally it generates that script for you. So the fact that it's not leads me to believe that this is just added to this. The little line on line 36 shows it's connected to something. Okay, I think I get why this doesn't matter if it's in here or not. Now, in fact, I'm gonna disconnect these two scripts as a result. Actually, before I... Yeah, but is it in here as well? No, okay, I'm gonna keep it there for a second then. See if it works. Why don't you remember shit? Okay, so right now it sends a signal that it's doing a thing, but I don't think anything cares about receiving that signal. Like, where is that signal being received? Because that's the other part of it, right? And this script is attached to something. Yeah, we can get rid of this script entirely now, because that script does nothing. That isn't required for this. Detached script. Card playing area. Card drop zone area. Delete. So I can delete this now, right? Card placement ability. I don't think that actually changes anything. I think it's that this needs to be... We need to give it this code here, and this needs to be connected from a thing. So this is going to be area 2D, area entered. That's how you do it. Got it. Okay, I figured out why I was fucking it up before. So I like to click down to here because then it says on area exited, and then I can click back up to here and that attaches it to that actual script, which is what I wanted it to do. And now it's in droppable or whatever, and it provides those signals. I don't know if those signals are picked up anywhere, but the script is less stupid, and that's better. Let's try running it. The signals are triggered if monitoring is checked on. Also, whoever decided that Python shouldn't have go to a very unpleasant day. I don't know what that means to be able to... I have a feeling that if I understood that sentence, I'd be upset. I think after this, I'm going to spend another maybe like 30 minutes on this. And then I think we switch to maybe like watching YouTube videos. Because what happens when I watch YouTube videos is I find things that I'm interested into. Go to or jumps. I feel like we had something similar to that in RenP. Oh, okay. Yeah, RenP does, but this doesn't. Are you sure this doesn't? Maybe this does. It has got it. Maybe go to is like that. It's not a thing. I remember using go to. It helps make loops a little easier. You can also make problems easier. Okay, so when you've got... Yeah, that's why I was like, it's based in Python, but it's not Python. So I was like, maybe it does have it, like RenP has it, because RenP isn't actually Python, but it's kind of Python. Hence the RenP. Or maybe I've completely fucked up that understanding of it. I don't know. Apparently, many Godot users dislike GoTo. Okay. Yeah, exactly. If they don't like it, they can just not use it. Okay. Go to method. All right, so this will trigger a thing. I mean, it's weird because like it doesn't have the green arrow anymore. Do you guys see that shit? Isn't GoTo bad practice in most cases? There is an argument going on about a code process. I have no idea. Yeah, you got to use a weird like if while statement to like while like deck count is higher than none. I'm seeing YouTube chat. They're just not saying anything, unless if YouTube like the thing is broken. We've got an ad starting in 40 seconds. I think I'm gonna top off my coffee a bit. Welcome to the go-to discourse. I'm gonna pick up a thing on signals. Let's see if I can find something on signals. I also might want to heat up some food. We got some chili from last night. That would be pretty good. Ooh, pimicin recipe. Despite what trendy fad and chiseled fit influencers might tell you, the concept of beefing up your diet with more macronutrients or macros is not new. If you want proof, just look at pemmican. How do you make it? It looks like it probably tastes like dick, but I'm enthralled by its existence. A pound of pemmican can pack up to... Jesus fucking Christ. Granola, jerky, and nut butter. Jerky's downfall is the absence of carbohydrates and fats that stick to your bones and fuel movement. The downfall of the modern granola bar, despite being high in carbs and calories, is usually a lack of protein. Adding the high-fat nut butters to the mix helps. But at the risk of saying something highly controversial, you can only guzzle down so much peanut butter before you're seriously sick of the stuff. It can also make a mess and is not allergy friendly. Right. Yeah, this is human food for humans. I thought this was animal food. No, this is trail food. This is not like, it's a survival food. It's not like one that you actually want to eat. Struggle food. Dried strips of meat, dried berries, animal fat rendered down to a liquid, dry seasoning of your choosing, and a food processor. Yeah, that sounds fucking rancid, actually. Hold on. That probably doesn't taste good. I'm gonna go down and get some more coffee and then have, like, a bowl of chili. I'll be right back. Bum. I got food. Ba 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 da da food. I was wondering why that fan wouldn't shut the fuck up. It's because I didn't turn it off. I thought it was the one that has a timer. There's a whole ass case against Go. You know what? It doesn't really matter if I have it or not, or what my opinion of it is or not. Because, yeah. I need to switch accounts. But yeah, I got myself some food. How about we just start watching some YouTube shit? Because, like, I think that what's wrong with my code, I need, well, it's something to do with signals, right?
In Godot, a signal is a message that a node emits when an event occurs. Other nodes can connect to that signal to execute a function when the signal is emitted. Godot provides a number of built-in signals for each node. You can check the signals of the selected node in the node doc.
Yeah, right. It would work if it was hooked up.
I have a button and a sprite. I want to make the sprite rotate 90 degrees every time the button is clicked. Let's take a closer look on how we can achieve this. The button emits a signal called pressed when it is clicked. All we have to do is connect the signal to a method that exists on the sprite node. When the signal is emitted, this method will be invoked and it will rotate the sprite. There are mainly two ways to connect to a signal in Godot, through the UI or through the code. For the UI method, first select the node that emits the signal. In our case, it is the button node. Then go to the node doc and double click on the signal you want to have a connection with. In this case, it is the signal called pressed. Lastly, in the window that shows up, select the receiver node and the function that will be executed when the signal is emitted. We want the receiver node to be the sprite. We will call our receiver method
Wait, what?
Sprite. In Godot, through the UI or through the code. For the UI method, first select the node that emits the signal. In our case, it is the button node. Then go to the node doc and double click on the signal you want to have a connection with. In this case, it is the signal called pressed. Lastly, in the window that shows up, select the receiver node and the function that will be executed when the signal is emitted. We want the receiver node to be the sprite. We will call our receiver method rotateSprite. Finally,
Signals between scenes. Because that's not going to work for us here. Oh, I like DevWorm. DevWorm has good shit. Their stuff is actually like, when he explains shit, he actually explains it rather than just going, here's some code, good luck with that shit.
Hello, so signals are very important if you want to have a smooth running game. Most of the time, a lot of people don't set them up correctly, and think about it. Signals are basically nodes talking to each other. This process happens all throughout the game, so you can kind of see that if it isn't set up correctly, that it could get pretty messy fast. Like, do you want to inform the apple tree that it's been picked and to restart the growing process? Then use signals. Or maybe you want to inform the arrow that it's been shot, or maybe the enemy that it's been hit. Now, these are all really basic examples of signals, and they can get so much more complex. And in this video, I want to explain how signals work and how to best use them as we go through 3 different in-game examples. In example 1, we'll quickly cover the basics and how to use different types of signals. Then in example 2, we'll create a world with different plates that send signals to the background to change the color to match the color of that plate. And in example 3, we'll go over how variables work with signals and how you can pass variables through signals as we create this enemy attack in the updating player health bar. But quickly before we get started, if you could please subscribe and leave a like on this video so more aspiring game developers can also learn to make their own Godot games as well.
Hey, it's okay. How you doing?
World to me. Okay, so this is gonna
I do like that little highlight thing that it does now when you say subscribe. It like it's built into YouTube's code. Like that's not a thing I have to set up. down below after this video is on YouTube. It'll just say like that little subscribe thing will highlight. I love that. Like, look at it. It's right here. It's little.
Updating player health bar. But quickly before we get
But
started, if you could please subscribe
good
and leave a like
YouTube
on the video
change.
so more aspiring game developers can also learn to make their own Godot games as well, then it would mean the absolute world to me. Okay, so this is going to be example 1 world inside of our project. We have example 2 world and example 3 world. So if you want to download this exact file for all these different example worlds with the existing code, then that's going to be linked below so you can follow alongside as we go through and we create changes and make changes to connect signals to different things to learn all about how signals work. So there'll be this.
It reads his transcript when they subscribe. Right. I just think it's cool. Like, it's simple, but like, that was a nice thing they did.
Will be linked completely for free in the description below so you can go and download it and follow alongside with me. Okay, so in example 1, we're going to go over 2 of the most basic signals, either signals from an existing node or signals that we create in our own script. So signals from an existing node are very, very simple. If we go to our world and we click on the add node and we add a timer node, and we can also go and we can add a button node, right? And we're going to connect both of these for existing nodes signals, but I want to go over one thing. So button, if we go up here to node and we click on node and we see the signals, you're going to see all of these different signals that the button has. But if we go to the timer, you're going to see that it has different signals. Every single node in the entire game is going to have different signals from each other. Like the sprite 2D is going to have its own signals, and the node 2D is going to have its own signals, right? So they're all going to have their own signals, and these are events that happen. So for example, we have a button, and an event that could happen with the button is that the button is pressed. If the button's pressed,
I think unless of the scene is already part of the parent scene, the scene needs to be connected through code. Maybe I can go back to that last video then and just skip to the code bit.
In Godot, a signal is a message that a node emits when an event occurs.
Because he says there are 2 methods.
This is to connect, and the function that will be seen, it works as expected. Reference to the button node and try the code method expected. Let's disconnect the signal and try the code method. First, we need to get a reference to the node that emits the signal. We can use getNode to get a reference to the button.
Do we have any, didn't we use signals earlier? I think unless of the scene is already part, yeah, we have to do it through code, I think, but fairly certain we already fucked with this, but I can't find where we did, so I guess not. I have an autoload script called game, but yeah, so it looks like we actually haven't done I thought for sure we had done signals, and that's how we were able to communicate. Like, what is isn't this a signal? Like, what are you attached to? There you are. Cool. Just want to make sure. We just had that code for that set up, but then we just didn't use it at all. Is dragging a where is dragging being taken place? Is that in the game? Yeah. So we can add so this is the scene where shit goes down, right? What if we add the signal to this scene to let it know to remove the card from the hand? Because that's actually what needs to happen, right? Like, we could just fuck around with signals here. I don't think we need to... Well, no, the card UI needs to know where it's landing. So maybe we do it in here. I guess that's just the question is, where do we put this script? And it feels like it should be in the card placement script shit. Like all of this. So that's right. But we have access to all of this shit in here. Let's just watch the rest of the video and I'm going to sip on my coffee and shut the fuck up. That was one thing they noted as well. But, the water looks good. Thank you. Yeah, no, that one I just fucked around with. I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. I need to do some more. I need to do the river going alongside, but I haven't really been fucking around with the walk around area. Mainly because it doesn't matter at all yet. I feel like what we're doing right now is so core to the game that everything else doesn't matter.
Make sure
Like the graphics and such. It's just that's a thing I can do when I don't know what's happening with the code, rather than getting stuck.
Method on the signal and pass the name of the receiver method.
So the way he's doing it is first off, I hate that he's got it on the tiniest screen possible, so it's like super tiny for y'all. But it's taking the on ready, it's saying, I think the Twitch pronouns aren't working at all today. Yeah, that looks like it's broken. That comes and goes. I generally just like chat small enough that I can just memorize and go from there. They're working for... Oh, maybe we just need a refresh? That's weird. It's still not working for me. You know what? I mean, like I said, like, I know most everyone else is, like, pronouns at this point, so it's not huge.
Do this on the sprite, it will connect the rotate sprite method to the press signal of the button.
I really don't like the way they're doing this, I will say. Also, I called Tilda MILF the other day, and she argued with me that she's not a mom yet. Just you guys talking about that. But the cats, that's a solid point. I'll bring that up tonight. Like, normally we don't have arguments that go over, like, a couple of days, but I'm gonna tell my wife she's a MILF. I mean, yeah, I did go, well, we can change that. Wink. But, you know. How many odd chatters are there? 2. Yeah, people say I'm a DILF and I don't have kids. I mean, I've got the cats, but I don't have kids, right? So, like... Okay, so I need to put all this shit in the on ready. Do we have an on ready? Oh, okay, I guess we do. Oh, is this, wait, whose on ready does this need to be? This is in the cards on ready. Okay, so this is gonna be var button, well, we probably don't want to call it button node. Drop node equals get underscore node, and then I don't know how to get to there from here. Okay, so how do I get a node that's not in this list? We have not done this before. How did we do this before? No, we did do signals before because we used signals in order to figure out what the fuck were all these things, right? No, we didn't. I'm full of shit. Do we use signals for these? No, we just use top card for that. So then I don't need signals. So I've never used signals, so that's why I don't know how signals work. Okay, that makes sense. Annoying as shit, though. We use signals for top... Wait, you did use signals for top card. Well, how the fuck did we use signals then? Shit. How does this... I was like, I gaslit myself into thinking that we didn't use signals. Top card. Top card sig is probably what I'm specifically looking for. Top card sig emit. Top card. Emits the signal. All callables connected to the signal will be triggered. This method supports a variable number of arguments. So, okay. Something or other emit. I see. Okay. So it was this. And top card is... We do actually define top card, right? Because top card isn't defined until later. It just... Oh, right, because in here it doesn't actually talk about top card. Because it doesn't need to. But in a situation where you would... Yeah, no, here is top card. If top card... So top card is deck pop front. Got it. So... That is wild that that code actually works. Like, I get this part of it. I don't get this part of it. Why the fuck is that a good... Oh, all right. Top card sig. So what is top card sig? It had... Oh, okay. It's just a signal. If there's a god, are you afraid to meet him?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, my name is Greg, calling you from American Solar. How are you today?
Just awful. How about yourself?
Say that again?
Oh, awful. How about yourself?
I am doing pretty good, thanks for asking. I understand you are the homeowner of a single-family regular house, right?
Yeah, I keep expanding it into more houses. He's like, I mean, that was a bot, but on the other, the bot works by like pressing buttons. So like, understand that what they're saying is them pressing buttons that we've heard before. What I'm trying to do is get them to try and press a button with nothing. Hey, Doomsday Dingo, thank you for the 28 months of support. So yeah, I just try and say stuff that makes it harder for them. Imagine if you manifest destiny to every house in your neighborhood. You know, like you just started like, not like you break and enter, but like while they're out, you just start like expanding your house and connect it to your neighbor's house. Like literally just put a hole in the side of their house and they put a hallway connecting your house to their house. And just like keep doing that. Sovereign citizen imperialism. HOA imperialism. By the end of it, you own the HOA and all the houses. Sucking all the other houses in like a bubble. God wants me to have this house. It is ordained by God. I saw it in a book. You worthless heathens have no right to these houses that I'm going to take by connecting them. Like Mortal Engine? I guess that's the plot of Mortal Engine. Is that the one with the, like, towns eating each other? And bigger towns are bigger, like... That was such a weird concept, but, like, fucking, like, very evocative, you know? Okay, so if the signal works via emit, so we need to set up a signal at the beginning. And I think what we want to set it up here. So we want to set up a signal. Droppable time. Is go. Equals false. Expected end of statement. Okay. All right. So droppable is go. Okay. So blah, blah, blah. If area 2D is entered by something and it enters a group called droppable, then... Oh, I love the idea of an endless pit of rooms and shit. Okay, and then over here they had variable button. I mean, I don't think that that's right. I think I can use the signal script from here as an example. So this needs to admit. Okay, I'm gonna copy that, even though that's 100% not the words that we need. All right, so then we get this. Is it only giving this emit when it's inside the thing? It's like the cave lady digging under other people's houses. I'm gonna just run this ad prematurely because it's just a weird one. After this, we might do some YouTube watching. We'll do this for another 30 minutes or so. I love the idea of... Oh yeah, there is new CoffeeZilla in there. Chad is like, I wish I lived in the infinite torture chamber. There was like this horror story I listened to that was about a guy who found like an endless tunnel under his house. That was like basically what you guys are talking about. I mean, what you guys are talking about is a creepy hole that you go to like feed the fella under your house. You've seen the lady digging a tunnel under her house, right? No, I mean, I heard about the like Jewish community that was like digging through what the fuck was going on during COVID? Ever read House of Leaves? I own it. Penguin Press, the people who currently have the rights to publish it, sent me a copy. They were like, hey, do you want a copy because you've been playing Alan Wake and we'd love for you to talk about it with your community? And I'm like, I like free thing. And then I haven't opened it. I read a bit. So far, he just seems like he's bad at measuring shit and he probably should just calm down. Maybe get a contractor or something to come in. Like, he's just freaking out over nothing. Like, so, like, honestly, the house is bigger on the inside than the outside. Like, my dude, just calm down. You're tripping. You're tripping hard. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You probably just fucked up measuring. Just calm down. I don't know what his deal is. And it's, like, not off by a lot. It's, like, off by, like, a quarter inch. Okay. So we emit this, and something picks up on the emit. All right, so when I see, and this is when it gets work cocked with the top card. The top card gets work cocked. Wait. So this code tells you to work cock? Ah, because when you add card, you work cock the top card. Duh. Don't you need to emit something? I have no idea. I'm hoping that just it emitting anything will hit it. So, how is this getting the signal? Music, come back. So the top card, I suppose that signals just go out to anything. I think that emit with blank is nothing. Yeah, I think so too, but I don't know what it... Top card sig. Like, what is this connected to? Top card sig. All right, so that's a signal that's going to emit top card. So if something else emitted top card, would that cause, like, a problem? How do you know what top card is? Droppable is go, cock. How do I get like a sly face, you know? There we go. Oh, we can't do parentheses. Well, in that case, if we want to have a thing here, it's got to be a kitty face. Yeah. You can't do a happy face. Okay, so anyway, it's emitting cock now. Like, what good does that do us? Cause like, this doesn't know. Clicked card sig. That signal I don't think we did anything with. Yeah, I don't really want to mess with that right now. I'm sure I could get the parentheses to work, but I just don't care enough to. It's probably based on like it being like mini quotes versus big quotes. How did we actually get it to read this signal? Because it just says, like, function workcock is top card. And then in here, add card, load card, initiate. So when it's loaded, it immediately runs the top card. Okay, so that's when it's running it. Because it's telling it right here to do this. Which engine is this? This is Godot. Oh. Okay, hold on one sec. I'm gonna just bring up this. This is the one that we were copying this code from. Maybe we fucked up something in the drop section because his works just fine. Maybe we should be doing this instead.
Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we will dive into creating a simple drag down system in Godot, similar to what you would find in an inventory system. This system will allow objects to snap into designated areas when dragged and return to their original position if dropped outside. And you know the best part? You can customize it in any way you like. So without wasting any more time,
amazing the progress you're making. Thank you. I'm really hoping we can get something that's playable soon.
2D as a root node, along with collision shape 2D and a color rect as a children. Then set the color rect size.
It's like it's so close to being working. It's like once we can get it to drop in here, we can start adding what happens when you drop shit, which means that the game can actually do shit.
Using static body 2D for this demo. You can choose other body type as well, like rigid body or character body, but it is important to use any physics body. Otherwise, the draggable object will not be able to detect it. Also, make sure to...
I think that's the issue. I really do, because it's like, look at this. This is like a control. Like, I think it's like, because it's a... Can I put this under this? Like, is that a... You can't do that. So I think what's happening is that this is not a physics body. This is a control. And because it's a control and not a physics body, all of this shit doesn't work with it. So I should change it to node 2D again. And then change this to node TD. I mean, what kind of nodes are you allowed? Rigid body 2D or character body. Okay, how about rigid? What are you mad about? It has no shape. What if we just put that shape there? What if we just get rid of that there? You happy now? All right. Change type. Rigid body 2D. Here's your physics object of where you go. We delete that. And now we have just fucked up how the collision shit works. But you know what? It's worth it because it wasn't even working. So who gives a shit? Body entered. Okay, so this right here. Where are you? Yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about anymore. Okay, so then droppable is go. Oh. Look at this shit. Look at this right here. Right here. Look at that. You know what? I'm not going to touch that signal thing because I don't think that we need to. I think that we can just fix the code and put it back to the way that this guy says. And then now we're opening YouTube. Wrong thing. All right. We can get rid of that now. It's taking, so right now it's a rigid body 2D. Okay, let's start with just like everything still where, okay. Let me just see if we broke anything. We probably did. Okay. That was interesting. It was doing the don't leave script, which means that it felt a card leave it. I think if we add this to group droppable, it already is in group droppable. Okay, so it knows huh. Clicking too fast is, I think, what causes the double drag. And you just need to double click to get rid of it. Not sure what that's about. It's kind of like Baltro. I see the touch and don't leaves, but they don't keep playing, which is weird. They only play for a bit. Something, yeah, I guess that's the case. Is something's hooked up, but it's not hooked up right. I might have too many things set up as droppable. Maybe we need to just have like droppable be assigned to that. Okay, let's try this. Because if I don't do anything... I have 5 cards in hand, is played touch and don't leave 5 times. I would imagine those things are related to each other. I'm gonna get rid of this droppable signal because it's not relevant, I don't think. Maybe they're firing and ready. I would think that they are for some reason. This is an interesting one. On process, if game is dragging, make it visible. But that's not happening. It just says not visible. All right, hold on. I'm going to make it visible in both cases just to see if that's what's going on. This is a stupid line of code. But we're testing shit. This is kind of irrelevant, but I'm kind of curious on why that's changed. Oh. All right. I get it. I get it. Okay, so the problem is that it's a rigid body, and rigid bodies have physics attached to them, and that's why they were getting touch and don't leave, is because they existed for a minute and then they left. It's also why they stopped being visible, I'm actually glad I changed this because that actually allowed us to solve what the problem. Okay, I'm gonna keep this as true for now. Don't let me forget to change that back. But that allowed us to solve what the problem. Okay, so we just needed to not be a rigid body. So what were the other options of things? Character body. Doesn't character body allow? Oh, won't I be able to move character body? Because I don't really want to do that either. It needs to be some sort of physics body. Can you just be physics body 2D? Fizz. Collision object? No 2D. What if it were rigid body, but I mean... Yeah, gravity scale, don't. Just don't do anything. It's such a funny fucking answer to why was it doing that. Can you adjust the current rigid body to not move? I am sure there is a way to do that. Setting the gravity to 0, deactivation, can sleep. Freeze? Ah. Freeze. Static. You think it's under transform instead? Nah. I think it's under freeze. I think I just need to hit freeze on both of these. Collision. Fuck, where was that? Deactivation. Freeze. Freeze makes sense. I bet you it's this. All right. Okay, good news. They didn't run off on us. Bad news. It doesn't appear to acknowledge our existence. I think it's because they're frozen. Maybe a different physics node. Like, it just needs to be something that has collision, right? Like, wait, how the fuck is he getting it so that way they're not falling on him?
But it is important to use any physics body, otherwise the draggable object will not be able to detect it. Also, make sure to assign the droppable group to this scene. Now we only want this to be visible when we start dragging, and to control that, we will use a global script, also known.
Rigid body's the thing to do, but we need to make it probably not frozen. I think that's what the problem is now that it's not frozen, it just falls. But it will actually, like, it's gonna fall again, but then it... Yeah, and it only touched 4 of them on the way down, because of how they're you know, grouped up. So they need to have physics applied to them in order for them to do shit. Yeah, exactly, Raylor. Mass? Well, I mean, if it has any mass at all, it's gonna try and fall. I mean, just stop it. Friction, bounce, absorbent, resource. Clear. That wasn't what I wanted. What does this mean? Freeze mod. All right. Kinematic body build mode. Similar to freeze mode static, but collides with other bodies along its path when moved. Useful for a frozen body that needs to be animated. Maybe that's it. Does our funny Indian man tell us how to solve this? I don't think so. Yeah, no. Freezing it seems to break the code. I think static freeze doesn't collide. So that's why I was like, maybe doing the other freeze does. I think what's happening is in ours, we have like a guy that runs around, so it needs to have like physics. And so we code it in like gravity. So like, because it's just character body 2D and that's it. Like, how does it know? I mean, I can put them in boxes. It just feels very silly to put them in physics boxes. Only make it a area 2D or whatever. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no. I was suggesting, so yeah, the guy is right, but he doesn't. How did we do the floor in the world? Ground, etc. is on a sprite, and then that's attached to a static body 2D. Can we use a static body 2D for this? Because maybe that's what he's using. Change type. Static body 2D. I think that's what he's using. And then maybe we don't have to build a stupid little, like, ramp to keep these things from falling. Please don't run off. Physics material, disable mode, collision. All right, let's just keep watching the dude.
As autoload to track whether we are currently dragging something or not. So in this script, we will define an isDragging variable to track the drag state. Now let's create a script for our droppable area. In the ready function, we set a visual effect, making the area semi-transparent when an object is not inside it. And the process function ensures the area is only visible when we are dragging something.
What the fuck?
Something. So moving on, we will now create an object that we can drag. We will use Node2D as a root, which contains a sprite, an area 2D, and
Oh, he doesn't have a, if you want me to explain more, go to Patreon. It's just what he's doing isn't working. At this point, I'm wondering if the zero gravity thing would genuinely work. It might. I think it's such a hilarious fucking problem. I hate that it's happening, but I'm like, at least the problem's funny, you know? All right, and then this is a rigid body 2D. All right, cool. All right, let's make sure it works. It's such a stupid problem. All right. Gravity scale 0. Like literal 0 gravity, please. Like, can we do that? I mean, as long as nothing knocks it, as long as nothing touches it, it's fine. Oh, kinematic is only if it moves. Okay, I see. What the fuck? What? Oh, this isn't kinematic. I just turned off the gravity for it, and now it stopped working. Wild shout. Think I have an idea. This is the problem. Both this and Card UI say this. I think I have an idea. Okay, so value 1, that one didn't work because we didn't have it, so that way it was actually falling as well. This time it'll say, this is the problem, followed by lol. And if that plays, but not the old thing that I was saying, where it was like, don't leave me and stuff, that means the card is talking. Let's figure out who's talking right now. The card's talking. Okay. So here's what I think is happening. And this is stupid as shit. What we wrote was code that I thought would be mutually, like, correct. In that... Here's a controller. Here's a pencil, right? Currently, we have the code where it says, if the controller touches the pencil, say words, right? And so you would think that every time these interact, they would say words, but they don't. It's actually only in a specific situation. And the specific situation that's happening is when the droppable zone comes into contact with the cards. Not when the cards come in contact with the droppable zone, but when the droppable zone comes in contact with the cards. Which means that... Like, does that make sense? That's the problem. Like, it's not... It looks fantastic, but it doesn't quite work yet. But we're getting there. I think I'm on some shit. Either drugs or an actual idea. I'm not sure which right now, and we're gonna find out. So basically, we're at the reverse of what we want to happen. Right. So my idea is that it goes back to this with the body, right? Because when the let's use a card so that way we can refer to cards as cards and not as pencils or whatever. All right, here's the drop zone. Here's the card. So when the drop zone touches the card, it says touch. When the card touches the drop zone, nothing happens. So the issue, I think, is this specific, like, what is it trying to do? You think it's node 2D? Because it is a node 2D, right? Switch the one's area 2D with node 2D. Is this your card? Falls down 30 stairs, dies. A card slips out from under his sleeve. It's the ace of clubs. All the other cards are ace of clubs. You picked out a 2 of diamonds. The one we just changed, it's logging for. No, because this currently, okay, wait. This one's fine, it's the other one? I mean, they're both incorrect. They're going in the opposite order. And I think that the reason is that this is saying that the body is entering it, not the other way around. So this code works only when something enters the space of the card, not when the body that's being, like, we need to, the word body is not referencing what I think that we think it's referencing. I think it's referencing this, not this. So when the body enters, if the body is a droppable group, which, you know, the drop zone is, then you can change its color. And if it touches you, then you can say touch. And then if it leaves, you say don't leave. But it doesn't work the other way. When this is not moving and this touches that, this is going into its space. Sire, the other is set to whatever this is. It's looking for an item of area 2D. I believe it needs to be changed with node 2D. Ah. I get it now. You understood the problem, I just didn't understand your explanation. Okay, hold on. Forgot, we need to make these not have gravity again. I mean, that may not even be the issue. In fact, I bet you it's not, and I'm willing to take that bet. Static body, go. I'm guessing the art style isn't final. So, like, the water is pretty good, the sky, all that, but, like, the cards and these drop zones are not final. The water and the trees, I'm, like, 90% happy with. I would like it if they had a little bit of like a movement to them, even if it was a little bit weird. And then I would like it if, yeah, I don't know. But the cards look like dick. I really just made like the most basic functional cards I could and went from there. I would like them to be as pretty and colorful as the trees. So that way it like all fits like, you know, visually together. Okay. There's gotta be a way to make it where static body works. Yeah, exactly. This area needed, we were using a placeholder one, but it looked like dick and it was really kind of confusing on where the drop zones needed to be. So that's why I ended up actually doing the graphical effort at that point. It really is just like I'm not putting in effort on stuff until the code actually works for it. So like there's a little bit of effort in the world here because it kind of works, but it doesn't work enough. And so it's just really not worth my time on working on yet. And then we'll have to figure out how talking works. But I think I can do that. I think that is just things entering. I mean, like that would be just a bullet entering a thing, but different. I've got on the guy, he's got a little hitbox outside of himself. And this is the talk box. I don't have anything set up with it yet. I bet you I need to make it a collision shape or something. And then just have it check what's in the talk box. When you press space or whatever the action button is. So it should be fine. Yeah, the art for everything looks as good as it's coded up to. Yeah, that's where we're at. So I mean, I'm just at a fucking loss. I really am. I feel like I'm like 1 second away from solving this. Maybe if I just make it node 2D. Like, static body is a type of node 2D. I don't fucking know. This is the wrong thing to be playing. Yeah, you're good, Raylor. It was node 2D before. I will also say there is a significant lag before it starts actually starting the game where it gives you this. I think it's because it's printing a lot of shit. I don't know as if that actually matters. Let's just watch the rest of the video, and if we don't figure it out by the end of the video, we're switching to something else.
Collision shape. The area 2D will help us to detect when the mouse interacts with the object and when we entered any droppable area. So that's why we will attach both mouse entered and body entered signal to our script.
Just sort of figured trying to make the non-working slots match the working card one might do something. Right, yeah. But like, we did that and it stopped. This is a node 2D. Like, legitimately. So like, does this need to be a node 2D? Like, just a straight up node 2D? But it's not a physics object if I do that. Is that going to be are you going to be grumpy at us if we do that? You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Like, whatever. It works if it's a node 2D. It works if it's a node 2D. Maybe it works if it's a node 2D. All right. Did you move, everyone? Okay, good. Give it a second to do all the stuff. Say words. Yeah. See, it, like, kind of takes a while to clear everything. I'm gonna change value because it's the one that'll actually hit the cards if it falls. You're gonna be mad that you're not a rigid body, right? What? It like stop doing it now. I know this shouldn't work, but like I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay, detected again. That's good. But it didn't when it was not area, right? When it was just node 2D, it didn't work. Helps if you actually use the right one. Huh. Okay. So it can work on a node 2D too. Or it works on... The cards are the only ones that seem to care, and only when something runs into them. How? This is how. Wait. This is it right here. I think this is it right here. We need to have... We need to have this signal connected. I don't fucking know why. But that's the answer. Body entered, body node. Body entered, collision. On card placement, ability, body entered. How the fuck would the slots know that something entered them if you don't give them the signal? Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. That's it. I don't fucking know. But connecting from here. Pick. Okay. And then oh. Like, this feels like a blinking VCR problem, but advanced. I have no idea why this is working. Like, I just generally do not have a, yeah, I've got nothing for you. I have no fucking clue on why this is what it is, but it appears that this is what it is. So, sure. And then do you guys have wait, but I set up signals. Where'd they go? Wait, it's on 46? Why would it be on 46? Oh. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Okay. Oh, that's it. And then everything worked out because the tabbing was fucked. I'm also dragging all over this area because I'm not entirely sure where it thinks the hitbox is, and maybe that's the issue, but it's not. It's fucking... What? Is that one still static body? I mean, it is. Yeah, so maybe we just need to set this one to be rigid body with no physics. Or no gravity. Fucking, I don't know, man.
Our draggable object script, we will handle everything related to moving and interacting with our objects. We'll start
Okay, I think I figured something out. Sorry, I'll get the music back on. Godot is currently using some memory. What is that? A gig? Does this program have a memory leak that I need to be aware of? Like, I have no idea how something heavy this big would need. It just feels like it was slowing down. Yeah, a little bit. I don't feel like doing this anymore. We're switching what we're doing. I don't know what's wrong with it. I can't figure it out. Dude on YouTube has not given me... It's weird though, isn't it? How about giving me, let's see. Give me a 3-minute break so we don't have to deal with them for an hour. I'm gonna switch to it's either between art or watching YouTube shit. I don't think that we're at the point of the day where I can play it's wild the boxes can detect it, but the cards can, yeah, the cards can connect it, but the boxes can't. And that's just like fucking with me. And yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the signals. I have to assume it's the signals because there's no other way that they know that they exist. I think. I don't know why that's the case though. Yeah, let me run a 3-minute ad and then we're gonna switch to what do you guys think? Also, Doomsday Dingo, but that was a fucking long ass time. 24/28 months. Thank you. I don't know as if I thanked you properly. Should have just used C events. Listen, Raylor may have been trying to convince me to use C# since like day one instead of GD script. But even then, I was in for a penny and for a pound at that point. So I just didn't want to switch. And now that's even more the case. And it'll continue to become more the case. And yeah. All right, so let's watch some YouTube or do art or switching is just relearning a new language. Yeah, exactly at this point. And I would have to like change all the code. Okay. So the art that I need to do right now is I need to make the fellas, because right now we've got like the goopy. Here, let me show you what the goopy looks like. Oh, this isn't downloads, excuse me. I need to put this somewhere like actually like here. Let's put a shortcut on the desktop because I like my shortcuts. Create shortcut. Yep. All right. So anyway, material maker, right? I love this thing. I've got a goopy, but the lava lamp goop doesn't look right now, in my opinion. It's like it's almost there, but it's like, so I can't do actual 3D for the effect, right? So it looks very lava lampy, but it doesn't necessarily look very like A, iridescent, and B, like it doesn't have the little fellas floating around in it. And I could put them bouncing around, but it looks really like wrong. Like they move at the wrong speed. So what I'm thinking is we could just paint like a weird fucked up amalgamation of faces. Have that fade in and out between like maybe 3 or 4 different versions of that thing, and then go from there. Have that kind of translate and move around, so that way there's like a, here, let me show you an image. Just put an image back there. I need like a face. What's a good face that I could use? Up. Owner desktop. I'm gonna change the current category to art. Chai is not live. Okay. Creepy. What's like this man? Save image as this man drawing.jpg. Yeah, that's perfect. I feel like that this man thing works less and less the more people are aware of this man. Why would there be an ad starting now? Oh, because I didn't actually run that 3-minute ad at any point. I kept saying this. Okay, so then, yeah, let me add this man. Owner desktop. Are any of my friends live so I can harass them to hang out with me while I'm doing art? What the fuck did I save that image as? Save them an image as this man original drawing. Okay, makes sense. Oh, it probably has to be a PNG. God damn it. T. Wait. I thought I just saved that. Where the fuck did I put it then? Oh, it's in project files. Never mind. It's there now. Okay, cool. Now it's on the desktop. Boop, boop. One more. And desktop. This man. Original drawing. What's the fucking problem now, man? Come on. That might actually be because it's not a PNG. Desktop. What about if I use something from like the town of nowhere? Yeah, that'll look significantly fucked. So if this was instead like a whole field of faces, I don't think that the politics are a bad thing. I think that the comment was basically like, Rev makes politics his whole personality. And that is annoying. I agree with that. A lot of people were just saying it's the politics in general, but I think I agree with that last guy to some degree. Like, there are some people who get run off because of that. But, like, there's not much we can do there. Yeah, okay. So, in order to make this look right, what we need to do is we need to, yeah, we basically just need to do art. Okay, so who can we mess with? Like, who's live? Anyone? Limes is live. Yola's live. Darren's live. Yeah, let's make a fucked up little creature for a second. Doesn't look like anyone I know is live, so we can't really do that. I mean, I do feel like that, like, they are not wrong to say politics is a really annoying thing that I talk about way too often. I don't think that they're wrong for saying that. How big of an image does this need to be to cover this entire area, you think? Don't you know Gigi Mars? Is she live? Donnie is in my recommended. I don't know who Donnie is. Gigi's live. We could talk to Gigi. All right, we've got an ad going right now. Why don't we go ahead and I mean, that's true, Lamar. I'll be right back. Give me half a second. I just realized what I want to do for stream. Okay. Well, a lot of streamers don't actually learn or read anything about like politics, and there was a bit like where Rev talks out of his ass all the time, and it's like, okay, guilty, but who isn't? So I kind of don't. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Okay, so can I get it so that way we've got the... I think you guys are taking the information that V is giving way more negatively than I am. You know? Like, just... Welcome back from the library. So maybe in the background we can put RevCord media share. Can we set this up just so? Is this gonna work? Why are we caring about the opinions from V? I decided to tune in. I was told there's Godot signal talk earlier. What's this V stuff about? Okay, so we were talking about Godot signal stuff because I don't fucking understand it, and for some reason it's affecting the code I'm working on. I don't know what's going on with it. Also, hey, Rixie. And then as far as the 4chan stuff goes, like someone just linked me a 4chan thread where people were shit talking me and my friends. And I found it actually like, I turned it into constructive criticism. So I think okay. Can I make this hide? Because I don't think that we need that right now. All right. All right, now we're gonna change the name of this. All right, I'm gonna flick the switch on After Hours, and then I'm gonna switch it to Rev doing art and watching RevCord media share. Windows key plus left. I see. All right.